How's it going, guys? We are back on another video here, and I always do my best goalies to buy for every month. So we're starting off in December now for the best goalies to buy and use. You guys leave a like, subscribe if you're not already. Let's hop into the video right. Starting out first with 85 overall Connor Hellebuyck. So he's going for around 60,000 coins right now. One of the higher rated goalies in the game for sure, and definitely one of the best higher rated goalies in the game. Overall, doesn't mean everything for a goalie. That's what I will say. 6'4", he's got defensive boost synergies. They don't matter for goalies. He's got gold no timer here. Really a very well-rounded card, right? For the most part, like most of his stats are, in the mid 80s here. Nothing that's too low. That's going to be a huge concern. Or yeah, I mean his endurance is 90. You like to see that. I mean we don't want any goalies flopping on the ice. The better their endurance, that can kind of be a little bit beneficial, I would say. But I like this Hellebuyck card. I do. Hellebuyck plays good in Hut. Definitely a guy that I would certainly recommend if you're going to need a goaltender. And I feel like Hellebuyck checks kind of all the boxes you want in a goalie. Good stats, good size, for sure one of the better goalies. Next up, we have Henrik Tikkanen. Now, I remember I bought this card for actually a lot of coins. Like a lot of coins, actually. I think it was maybe 60, 70K when I did. Now he's going for 7,000 coins. So, and I actually still kept the card. So I definitely lost a lot of coins in this Tikkanen card, but hey, you know what? It is what it is. You can't change the past now. So Henrik Tikkanen at 6'9". I think that's enough said right there. A 6'9" goaltender. I think you guys can kind of get the idea. That's the main point of this card. Having a 6'9" goaltender, he's going to take up most of the net. The only concern with a card like him is that he's just, his stats aren't that great, right? He's an 80 overall, right? 80 overall certainly is not what you're looking for in a goaltender for sure. But for the most part, the 6'9" is kind of what you really need, and that's the main focus, I would say, when it comes to his card. He has no abilities, unfortunately. Checking boost is the synergy that he does have, but yeah, the only thing I can say is a little bit maybe concerning probably is his glove high is only 76. That's pretty rough, right? You could probably pick the corners pretty easily on him, but other than that, he's definitely a great goalie option, especially for a cheaper, budget type goalie. He's going to take up most of the net. That's kind of all you can really ask for, and I'm sure he'll work out pretty well in, lower divisions as well. Next up, we have Anthony Stolarz, guys. So 84 overall Anthony Stolarz. He's going for around 40,000 coins. So I will say this right now. I'm using the 82 overall Stolarz, and I have great success with him. I have gone top 100 in Hut Champs. I got 3 out of the last 4 weeks I got top 100, and let's just say Stolarz, it's been a big reason for it. He's helped a lot. One thing I will say about the 82 Stolarz that I can't say really for a fact about the 84, very inconsistent. And what do I mean by that is, 82 Stolarz either is absolutely bailing me out, playing insane save after save, saving every green 1T, or, he's shot comes in and it goes onto the blocker and squeaks through, or 3 green 1Ts go in a row, right? It's tough. A lot of goalies in this game are pretty inconsistent. I think that's a pretty, fair thing to say, but I think Stolarz is definitely one of the more consistent goalies, and I'm sure the 84 is even better than the 82. It's 6'6", 243 pounds. He's got silver contortionist. I really don't mess with goalie synergies for the most part. I don't really think they're that worth it, especially considering you get a very low amount of AP. I don't think it's really worth using your AP on a goaltender. At least that's what I feel like, at least. But Stolarz is amazing. For sure, definitely one of the better goalies out there, and he's still the guy I'm rolling with, the 82 overall version, but the 84 is certainly very strong as well. Next up, we have Logan Thompson, and what's interesting about Logan Thompson, guys, is so he's 83 overall, going for around 16K. He's one of those goalies that catches right, and that throws a lot of people off, including me. I'm not gonna lie, when I'm playing against someone that has a right-handed catching goalie, it actually drives me insane. I get extremely frustrated because you're not used to shooting in that spot. You don't expect a goalie to have, obviously he's catching righty, but you're seeing it on the left side, right? The glove. So it just looks a little bit off and odd, and I kind of get thrown off by it. And I think that makes it a lot harder to score, especially trying to snipe, right? It's hard to snipe when the glove's on that side, right? It just is. So I would say Logan Thompson plays well. I've enjoyed, seeing him in game. Obviously, I don't love when he's, robbing me all game, but I do enjoy his card. And I think the right-handed catching goalies are always a pretty solid option. And this Logan Thompson card's no. Next up, we have Sebastian Cossa. He's going for around 50,000 coins, 83 overall, 6'6", 229 pounds here, and he is great. He really is great. He's another one of those, big goalies that, he takes up a lot of the net, and he is very, very good. So the only thing, again, that I'm a little bit concerned about with this card is his glove high and stick high, just very, very low. Every other stat is pretty much where you want to be. Endurance 80 is a little bit scary, I gotta say, but you can kind of live with that, I guess, considering he's 6'6", and a lot of other stats are in a pretty good spot, I would say. But Sebastian Cossa definitely is a great option in net. And the only thing is he's a little bit expensive. If you want, you could go for the cheaper Cossa card here. He's an 82 overall version of him as well. That could be, the more realistic option for some of you guys. And the same thing with Stolarz. Like, this card goes for only like 10K, the 82 Stolarz, if you can't afford the 84, which is totally understandable. Not everybody has the coin just lying around, but you could use this Cossa, same thing, 11K, and it's a, a 1 overall difference. It's not that serious. So you could try that and see if this Cossa works out for you as well, if you can't, afford that other Cossa. Up is 81 overall, Dennis Hildeby. Hildeby, as the Leafs fans say, he's going for around 15,000 coins. So again, the big theme is the size with the goaltenders, and that's no different here with Dennis. He is 6'7", 222 pounds here. Again, with these tall goalies, though, it seems like they kind of nerf them with their glove high and stick high. But I don't think it's a huge issue where, it's like, oh, they're unusable because of that. They're not. They're still very good options in net, no doubt. I would certainly recommend them despite those stats being, a bit low. But again, all the other stats are kind of in a good spot. 80 speed is a little bit scary as well. But you got to, I guess, have a little bit of a trade-off for the size of these goalies, right? But he's good, Hildeby. I definitely played against him a good amount this year so far, and he always gives me issues. So definitely nothing really bad to say about this card. Only positives, and I think Hildeby is definitely a great option. Again, for a very reasonable price, which I think is what a lot of people are always looking for in these videos. Jacob Markstrom, 82 overall here. Markstrom, I think, is going to be getting an upgrade pretty soon here. He had an amazing game tonight against the Rangers, and I feel like he hasn't gotten a card in a little bit here. And Markstrom, he's a guy that I love using. I really do. He was my goalie, the base Markstrom, for a little while as well. Surprised I didn't get a milestone card for hitting 500 games played with it. That's just crazy. 500 games played for a goalie it's quite a bit. So I was a little bit surprised I didn't give him a card for that. But 6'6", 207 pounds. I love Markstrom. I really do. Definitely one of the best goalies out there, I would say. And really, he's one of my favorite goalies to use in HUT every year. I really believe that he can always get it done. And really, those are kind of the best goalies, I think, to buy right now in December. Yes, there is other goalie options from, like, certain, like, events, right? We could look at some of those, for fun. Maybe, like, we want to go for, like, those higher end goalies, right? There's some, right, that are, like, pretty solid, but there's not many that I would feel like are very, very good, right? So, you could consider Wallstead, Askarov. Askarov, I'd say, is pretty interesting just because, again, right-handed catching goalie. You have to make this card probably in 10 because once these sets go away in 10 days, you can't ever make these cards again because these are the cards that are capable of going up in overall. Yes, I know Askarov's not winning the Calder or anything like that, but they won't be making those sets available again. At least I don't think. I guess they came back with the cover athletes sets, so you never know for a fact, but Askarov could be interesting again because he's a right-handed catching goalie, and he's obviously the highest rated right-handed catching goalie right now, I believe, in the game. So that's another great option. But for me, if I just had the best goalie that I really would recommend, it's got to be Stolarz still, guys. I really do. I think Stolarz is the best goalie right now, most consistent goalie that I've seen and most people have used, and a lot of the great and top players use Stolarz. So you guys can let me know in the comment section down below who you guys are using in the net. I'm very curious on that always. But all right, hope you guys did enjoy this video. Make sure you leave a like, subscribe if you've not already, follow me on Twitch, Henreek, Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, Henreek at 3 E's, and I will see you guys all in the next video.